So my personal experiences. Okay, so my family has owned guns for quite a while, but they just use them for hunting and it's a family collectible or whatever. We don't have any handguns. We just have shotguns, and I think that was one thing that bothered me. That people tend to think that the gun regulation movement is all about removing guns from society, but it's really not. It's just about making sure that guns get into the hands of the right people. Like my brother and my dad, they've taken gun training courses. They have all their licenses all up to date. They've had background checks. They're very well qualified to own a gun, and they know what they're doing. But the thing is that in Washington, up until Initiative 495, I helped pass it. I think it's 495, whatever. The initiative that just passed in Washington. Up until then, it was easy to just get around the background check laws, and people could go to a gun show or buy a gun on Craigslist, and it could be any criminal without having any sort of background check. And so this new background check law has ensured that you can get a gun if you're smart, you know what you're doing, you understand how to use a gun well, and just common sense. But you can't get a gun if you have a criminal record or any history of violence. And I think that's really the most sensible way to approach it, because there's two polar ends of the issue. There's the people who think that all guns are terrible, and there's the people who are so pro-gun that it kind of blinds them to what's really going on, and that's all the violence. And there has to be some in between that people can come and agree on. And I think that having stricter background checks and maybe training courses for people who are interested in buying a gun, who don't really know how to use it, and just stricter licensing in general. I mean, you should have to go through the same amount of training that you go to drive a car, like driver's ed, essentially, that you should have to own a gun. I mean, that's just common sense, I think. So yeah, there should be a happy medium that makes both sides of the issue happy, and each side is going to have to sacrifice part of what they want to get there.